Now listen. Now I'm going to start off by just asking this specific question right here. That I don't think trashy people know this. So I want to ask this question to this dude that's doing this video about Will Smith and Jaden. Are you a single trashy dude? I know you're trashy, but are you at it with the word single? Because I don't know if you're aware of, but the number one harassment or annoying thing that blacks have to deal with, and I explain this through my video, is being envied by a racist trailer trash white dude. That is a common thing of what blacks have to deal with. Where some trashy ass white dude, and I'm being serious, I'm not trying to attack whites, there's always some trashy looking white dude that some reason finds interest into a person of color, but it's in a negative way. It's always been in a negative way. And I said, anytime I had some person becoming envy of me, and then I explained that in my videos before, I think it's one of my videos is titled, Why Jeremy James, whatever his name is, will always suck part 2, where I explain that it's always like someone that's upset, that's trashy, that you got something that they don't. Like when you're above them, they're upset. They want to find something negative about you when they're as trashy as shit, not even close on your level. That's the only time I've ever had someone envy me in the real world or on YouTube. Is always has been, I said in the video, a trashy white dude that is below my level. And it's just, it's unwanted, and it's always you did not ask for it. They always find interest in you, and then it's a negative way. You never try to have association with them, because people think about it. Would you ever imagine Will Smith, The Rock, I wouldn't even say all different kind of celebrity, like Tom Cruise, be surrounded around someone like this dude? No! And then the thing is, people, my videos are gone, but I had 2 videos that people really like about this dude, where I just said, people, you know, one of my biggest thing is I saw me weird. He was attacking, like, it's like trashy people, they go, like they don't see themselves, like I explained in that video. And they see themselves to be really high up, even if they're in their parents' house, and they're smarter than you. They can give you the advice about life. When you're above them, they are literally not aware of this shit at all, that they are drained. And I talk about him in this video that's gone now. It was a video where he was attacking some girl talking to Putin, saying, I wish, I was your mother or something, and he was like talking, he was doing the same thing, typical racist things people do on Fox News, where I explained that video, where he would say, he will like attack someone saying they're doing it all wrong, but doesn't come out with any answers or solution of what would he do. He was another copy off of, like, seeing a lot on Fox News, like, this person, man, they're doing it all wrong, man. They don't know what they're doing, man. They're up to no good, man. And they don't even explain anything. And the thing is, when I explained that video, people, I explained that video and I said, people, logically, who would you rather have in your place? This trashy looking dude or this girl in your place? That's what the thing is the vibe I don't get about YouTube, about the single dudes on YouTube. Like majority YouTube is more for single dudes, but it's just, it just feels like logically, would you really want him in your house over this girl? Because the way I see social media, like, it's like dudes are very angry at girls, and they'll be like, oh, I don't like Halle Bailey because she played the moral woke feminist. And I'm like, so would you really turn that down? She said, I want you to hit this, or would you be like the feminist, the woke, all that? But the thing is, the point is, I want to leave it in the fact of it is I said in that video, it's like, who would you rather have in your house? This girl right here, or this dude? And I showed right there like a video of him putting dildos in his mouth, talking like he's above her. It's like, you can call her dumb for whatever reasons you want in your video, but there's not going to be a video of her putting dildos in her mouth like you were in your channel. That video's gone, and I don't feel like going over why or explaining a couple of my other videos on this channel. And what was the other thing is, I did my other video that people would really like is, I think it's strange. This dude walks in to see a Winnie the Pooh, some horror Winnie the Pooh movie, knew it was going to be shit, walked into it so he can complain about later. And like I said, it's very weird to me, this guy makes millions of views to do that. Because I said, people, I hang around all kinds of people. I hang around One Race Group, Ghetto Group, all that, and all the groups I can think of, and all the kind of people I've been around. There is no way in hell they would sit through a video of a guy whining about a movie that was clearly going to be dumb, that I have never seen. It's just, I can't imagine anyone besides somebody that is really below the lowest level, which I'm about to get into right now. And I'm about to get in this guy's video because I haven't watched it. I only seen like probably about 2 minutes of it or less, and then we're gonna play his video again like I did with his Winnie the Pooh video. The Winnie the Pooh video was like sitting there, was like, people, I'm listening to this video and you see how frustrated I am. And I was getting frustrated in the video of just being annoyed of him just sounding so freaking retarded, talking about the most pointless shit I've ever seen. And the video was about, imagine someone's in a room right next to you and they're talking to you and talking about what he's talking about when he's talking about Winnie the Pooh horror movie. And that video's gone. I love that video too. And I can go over more about videos are being gone. But and you know, that was probably in my top 10 favorite videos in that channel I had. But this is the thing, man. People, it's just the thing is, I'm just like, you know, I had a scenario what I said about who would you rather have in your house? That girl or this guy putting dildos in his mouth, and I was showing a video of him putting a dildo in his mouth in some video. And like, who would you rather have in your house? But just imagine, people, say you walk into a party and there's two different parties. And this side, there's a room full of people like of Will Smiths. And this side, there's a room filled of people like this dude that looks like he never took a bath in years. And so what party would you go into if I explain that right? Because my mind walk up there and be like, hell no, I'm not going over there. Hell no. And and you know you're someone in that crowd, only in that room, be like, but what about his network? Oh, he's rich. I'm like, dude, you don't get the F away from me. I'm not a freaking retard like you. Get away from me. And that's all I was saying to somebody I want to offend him, because that's the thing is I want to get into. So when I do these videos, I'm spitting all kind of logic, facts, common sense about why this guy's a freaking idiot. There's always going to be some idiot trying to defend him, but this is some research I kind of just been aware of for a long time. The kind of people that will defend this guy is going to be worse than what he is, because they're going to see him to be way more superior than them, because their life is clearly not together. Because I explained it, and I think it's in the video called Why Germany Will Always Suck, where I talk about only low lives will listen to like certain people who have gave me their responses, the people who live with their parents that talk about killing themselves. You have to be really drained to want to get advice from people like that. And the thing is, it's kind of like the scenario of examples I have brought up before about the guy named Young something that does hate videos. I think it's like Young Rip or something, but more or less focus on like the fakest coon on YouTube, where I said something like, you know, I have gave him a couple of video responses, and then I noticed people who gave this guy video responses, the fakest coon on YouTube, and they were like talking about, you know, I mean, I used to be a fan of him, but now I'm done with him and blah, blah, blah. And I said, people, the thing is what makes me so weird out by YouTube is the people that are, you know, talking kind of shit to the fakest coon on YouTube. I believe the fakest coon on YouTube is a freaking retard, but I would rather be him than the people giving him a video response. You know, but the thing is, these are people that have been fans of that person. Me, I have never really watched any of that guy's video because I have common sense. Same as Andrew Tate, whatever. You know those people are in the low lives area. Being ripped off, giving him buying his subscriptions to bullshit. You know they're in their mom's basement being dumb as shit. You know, but, you know, and, you know, another example, the last two examples is, you know, it's kind of like, you know, if you ever go to, what's his name, Ray Williams. I kind of want to subscribe to him because he's kind of been entertaining. He talks about, when he talks about Taylor Swift, and he talked about how Taylor Swift's fans I'm surprised I even know her name, but sometimes they gang up on someone for not doing something in their concert, in Taylor Swift's concert or something, and they do these videos and say, "No, girl, you know better," and it's some goofy ass dude. And the thing is, these goofy ass people's like, do you guys understand it? These like fans of Taylor Swift doesn't end up with guys like you. She's taking your money. Taylor Swift is going, guys are already millionaires. All these like, these goofy people who would try to come to the Taylor Swift's defense and all that. I was like, have you ever seen Taylor Swift hang out with people like you? It's the same as one more, I'll say Britney Spears. You know that girl goes, leave Britney alone, leave Britney alone. I mean, I believe that, yeah, leave her alone and just let her do her shit. Why, what she does with knives, whatever matter. But this dude will get all over it because he's a dumb retard. But, but I was like, but you're the wrong person to do a video to come to her defense. It's always that creepy scenario. Because there's no way I will let this dude associate with me. I would have to feel like I'm lower than him, which is clearly hell no. But the thing is, I just want to know, are you aware of, that is a common thing that blacks, the number one thing that blacks have to deal with. And I brought it up in videos again, gone. But I was talking about, I did a video that's titled Crazy Things That White People Need to Stop. And I was talking about the trashy kind. No, not just any old white people, like not any old white people. I'm talking about the trashy kind, where it's just like they get all interested in you and they try to get all hard because they're behind a recorder, they're in their car, and I explained this before, or they'll say, "Oh, I'll call the cops after," but they actually got in your face. They always started the trashy kind, right? And then, or the number one thing is you have to worry about is they'll have a gun and shoot you. That's the only reason why, because they know better. Like anytime I got video responses, it was clearly a person trashy, knew clearly they can get their ass whooped by me, but they're doing it behind a recorder. But the point is, I'm trying to get into is, well, when I say these things, my proof is always proven. So there was another thing, I don't feel like getting to that, but there was, it was New Mexico, where I talk about these trashy people. They come there to try to troll you or get you upset and go to your protest and say all kinds of crazy shit. And then if you hit them back, they'll come out and he end up shooting the dude. He went to jail, but like I said when that one protest kid got away with shooting those protesters, I said, there's gonna be more that tries it. That is all you did. Same as George Zimmerman. There was someone else that tried the George Zimmerman thing. It didn't go over the news because he went straight to jail. But anyways, but you gotta understand that is a common thing that blacks do not want trashy people finding interest in them because it's always a negative way, and then try to talk like they're above you. And they get in a way, I don't believe that this guy would, but they get kind of stalkerish. They get kind of like really like there's something wrong with them. Like, the more they see that your life is better than theirs. But anyways, listen to this dumbass's video about Will Smith. But let me talk about Will Smith. Let me tell you what I think of Will Smith real quick. This will tell you something about myself and, to understand the logic of, like my video that's titled when I had about the fakest coon, what I put, has gone full retard or something. I forgot what I put in title, or has gone full stupid. I think I put has gone full stupid or something about the fakest coon on YouTube. This is the thing. Let me, I'm just pausing real quick because I was like, I know there's a reason why I brought up that, about him, but now I can't remember why, how to flow with this video. But, oh yeah, I remember how he was trying to talk about the girl from Snow White got fired. But there's a certain thing that this guy is such an idiot that people who are normal could really already know when it's bullshit. That's what that video is about. How he tried to do some video doing a reaction to another hate channel. Yes, a normal person doesn't need to watch his video to know it's bullshit. And so this is something that will let you know that this guy is a complete idiot and it's a waste of time to watch his video. But I'll get to that in a second. So but what I think of Will Smith, man, I'm gonna let you guys know. I said this before, me and my girl are known as the best relationship of all time. And you know who my, how they Star Wars go, so I think that makes me the apprentice, so it makes Will Smith, whatever. I learned from Will Smith. I saw Will Smith to be my only challenge in this world to be the best relationship in the world. And the thing is, I never got into that Brad Pitt and it wasn't Brad, I don't know, Jennifer Lawrence, I forgot her name. I never saw them to be a cute couple, but that's how social media did it because of skin color, you know. But no, I saw nothing about them being special. And then now they're in divorce, blah, 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 you know, been divorced, or I don't care. You know, but I took notes from Will Smith, you know, and one of my biggest thing is, I don't call this the problem with it, but I did hear her on Oprah, I think it was Jada Pinkett or whatever, said she's in an open relationship. So I was like, oh, that's cool, that's cool. And the thing is, I'm going to spoil it now, I wasn't clear what an open relationship even meant. What I thought an open relationship is, well, from what I kind of got from it, was you're allowed to hang out with guys. You're allowed to dance with other guys. Because I see so many relationships where where a girl is not allowed to talk to another guy, dance with another guy. And I'm like, why are you in a relationship if you don't have full trust? It's not a real relationship. That means that you're in a relationship, but you don't trust them. If you think they're going to cheat, you know, then it's not a real relationship to me. You know, so the thing is, so I said open relationships. I tell this to people at job and stuff and everywhere, and people like look me all weird when I said, I was like, yeah, we're in an open relationship. Still thinking it just means that you can be friends with guys, blah blah blah. And you know, I forgot what the name of his title was. What I want to say is how my relationship came out weird to some people at first. Then they saw us together a lot. It's like, oh my, we were known as the best couple of all time and the best relationship in the world. You know, whatever, or best relationship ever. That's what people said. But so let me pause real quick. So the two things I was gonna say the negative about me going around saying that. Well, what was the one thing? Oh, one of them is I'll talk to a girl and she'll be attracted and I'll tell her that, and so she'll immediately think that, oh, I'm seeing it as I can sleep with her too. So by saying that, I'm like telling her that I'm ready to sleep around, you know, and she immediately puts her head, I want to sleep with her. So she kind of had a little negativity towards me, like, you know, I remember those times like something that felt weird, like they didn't like me saying that. I didn't understand that. It's like it means that, hey, I can get with you. You know, I want my girl, I can get with you. I wasn't aware of that yet, what was going ahead. And the next thing was when I said that to people who are like, you know, ignorant, they saw it as, oh, so that's why your girl is so hot. That's how there's a chance that you can be with her because she's known as the hottest girl in school. Is she's playing you? I mean, you getting her. She's on the side, but she goes out for other guys. So that's what they were actually seeing. Thought I was actually, you know, when I said we're in an open relationship, she was sleeping around with other guys, and like she gets to sleep around with other guys, and I'm supposed to sleep around with other girls, and you know, and it's easy for her to do what she want to do. You know, and then so that's why they say, oh, okay, so it's not a relationship or something, you know, like one of those things. And then I learned when Jada, because sometimes I'm getting asked weird questions, like, so what if a guy hugs her? I was like, it's fine. He said, but what about kissing lips? Like, no. I was like, why would you ask me that? You know, but whatever. It was, no, I don't probably explain it, but it was someone foreign, so I thought they was being weird, not thinking, not understanding what I mean. But turns out I heard Jada Pinkett talk about open relationship again, and she explained it in this way. She said, you're allowed to do whatever you want if you can handle the consequences. So in a way, you know, I still see it as she's actually still saying he's allowed to do whatever he wants. She doesn't tell him what to do. And it's the same as mine, you know. But if there's certain things that you do, and if you do it, there can be consequences, as in you do sleep with another girl, then I can leave you. But you're allowed to make your own choices, but they come with consequences. Oh, makes sense. A dumb, you know, trashy person will still try to twist it around, blah, blah, blah. You know, they just dumb as shit, so I don't even worry about that. But I got what she was saying. Next thing to get into. Jada sleeping with some guy that, you know, hate channels are constantly thinking about. It's like, it's the same as the YouTube, as in, I've only seen this on social media. I've never seen anyone else talk about Will Smith or Jada Pinkett. I see it, they're constantly thinking about Will Smith, LTB, whatever the gay kind of, whatever TLG, whatever it's called, constantly posting things like that, you know, but, you know, so when I heard that Jada slept with whatever that guy's name, I don't even give a shit what his name is. I thought, yeah, I win, Will Smith, I win. You know, that's how I felt. I was like, I win, baby. I now am truly now the best relationship of all time now. I beat your relationship because they're the only one going strong. That makes racists hate that shit. They makes like, man, they went stronger than J-Lo, Brad Pitt and all them, Ben Affleck. They're going stronger than any other relationship out there. And they are known as the most famous relationship out there, the best relationship out there. Not to racist people, but let's keep going. So the thing is, and then you hear more of it. I did see the thing, and they keep using the Will Smith where he already. So when a person explains themselves, I take the benefit of the doubt. I think he said he was tired, but they're going over. They're kind of use his face where he has this like, I don't know, tired face. And the thing is, honestly, I'm honest with you guys. He does look exactly like my brother Will Smith does, and they can do the same face expressions, and that's how my brother looks when he's just tired. But anyways, so when I understand that they were in a break, I was like, yeah, it makes sense. It kind of reminded me of this TV show called Friends, where she was like, we're in a break, you know, about, I don't know their names anymore, Rachel and the other guy, he slept with another girl because they broke up, so they're on a break. Yeah. So I don't care that they're married, because let me make one more thing clear about marriage, what marriage means to me. Me and my girl probably didn't get married to over 7 years of being together. And the reason why is we don't care about paper. I mean, marriage. It's just paper to us. So we only know the anniversary of when we first dated. We don't know how long we've been married. We don't wear wedding rings, you know. I'm saying is we don't know how long. Oh, I ask him all kinds of things about something I want to say about weird about our relationship that people think is so fun, you know. But I'll get to that in a second. I'll say one more, then we'll get to this guy's video. So I don't care that they were married on paper and they were broken up. You know, when people are married, but they have they're broken up and they're just waiting to maybe if they're going to have a divorce or not, they get with someone else. I don't care. That's none of my damn business. I don't care. You know, it makes sense. You guys are broken up. You've been broken up for years and she slept with a guy. I don't care about the paper. I don't care. Normal people don't. So clear. Make sure it's clear. When I say I don't care, normal people don't care. Normal people are not thinking about Snow White or Stitch before it comes out. That's hate channels. So let me pause real quick. So logically, that's just it. No one cares, you know. But I guess on Friends, the TV show, even though they're real fake fictional characters, him saying that I was on breaks, like I agree with that. They were on a break, so he's okay. He didn't cheat. But anyways, I'm trying not to be. I'm trying to get to the point here. So I mean, basically, so let's say, do we get to Chris Rock? But that's just it. I felt like I still win, and so the next thing is to get into Chris Rock now and Jada. Okay, the first Oscars. I felt like in a way Chris Rock won towards Jada Pinkett's argument about the Oscars in a way. But as time goes by, you understand that Chris Rock, he isn't so much of a innocent guy, Chris Rock, we already explained he cheated on his wife and blah, blah, blah several times. He's no innocent. I want to say he's no innocent snowflake. I don't know what snowflake means, but snowflake, he's going to pop in my head right now. He's no innocent snowflake. I just make some crap up. I don't know how the hate channels use snowflakes or whatever, what that means. But how do you put this? So when Will Smith, whatever name, Chris Rock went after J-Lo. Something about him, I wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt, but I'm trying to get to the point now there's a certain point now I don't give Chris Rock a benefit of the doubt. when he said he didn't know about her hair thing, I think he did know. Now I do. First, I was like, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, you know. And I did a video and I said I applaud Chris for keeping his posture and not, you know, punching Will Smith, even though I knew he wouldn't win. And, I still thought that was a real man. I would have done the same thing too, even though I could whoop Will Smith's ass, you know. So I applaud him for that. But then he started calling Will Smith a bitch and did some kind of stand-up, and then social media, as in YouTube, kept trying to post it, and try to, you know, just troll, which is like they're thinking it's gonna hurt Will Smith. And, you know, I thought it was dumb that Will Smith said it hurts him. I was like, come on, dude, because you know that it's gonna make people want to troll more. But the thing is, what I thought about it, I did a video, I said, Chris Rock is a corny coon, I think I put, or something like that. And I said, because, you know, there's certain things I let Chris Rock get away with since I heard about Chris Rock. You know, I do my research and know about people before I talk about him. He's been bullied. He's had a hard time standing up for himself, to my understanding. But I was thinking, but you're a stand-up called Will Smith a bitch and his wife a bitch and whatever, blah, blah, blah. But you forget your shit's not clean either. Because now you want to stand up and talk about some situation that happened to you about being slapped. Well, what you ever talk about when you're sitting on a chair listening to white guys talk about niggers and shit and laughing with them? Because what's more embarrassing? Being slapped in the face or sitting around a group of white guys talking about niggers and laughing with them? It's just like, and also and talking about Jada Pinkett cheating on Will, which is they were broken up. You cheat on your wife. Your shit's not clean, nigga. You know, so you know, but anyway, so that's how I feel about the whole thing. About, you know, I kind of, you know, I had a respect for both of them. I liked them both. You know, I saw Chris Rock, the man of truth, you know, through his comedy. Dave Chappelle's a man of fiction but comedy, you know. But now I'm just like, I'm more on Chris Rock's side. Now it's like, you know, I'm sorry, not Chris Rock, Will Smith's side when it comes to slapping him. Because I was thinking, if I was Will Smith, I would have posted back and says, oh, I don't regret that slap anymore. But really, I would have posted him sitting there letting white guys talk about niggers every time he said Will Smith's a bitch and kept having edit, bitch. And Chris Rock just letting a white guy talk about niggers and shit, laughing at him. Who's a bitch now? You know, so let's get started this dumb bitch guy that, you know, think he knows things. And dude, if you're single, because I think I've seen some video, I've never seen it, but a thumbnail of you talking about your girl broke up with you, and then I saw some girl who looked like some triple double D boobs or something, and it looks ugly as shit. It's like, I hope that's in that trashy shit. Not because she has double D boobs, but I'm talking about just everything else that just didn't seem right, and why would you post that shit? But anyways, let's go. Oh, hold on. My Bluetooth went out. My Bluetooth, after talking so long, it goes, I gotta turn back on. So, before we go, let me say one more thing. So, one more thing about, you know, weird, about how's he tired of this weird couple. You know, one thing about us being a weird couple, me and my girl. We never confessed that we were dating the people. And the reason why is I love watching guys hit on my girl right next to me, and I never reveal it, and it's just fun because I love seeing, you know, it just lets you know you got a winner. But I love watching guys hit on my girl. It's just like it psychs me. It's like, yeah, and then, you know. And so some people had, you know, always kept asking people, like, it's me, it's like her, are those two dating? It's like, I don't know, but sometimes it got revealed when people saw us out at clubs, they're all over each other, and says, hey, people, they're definitely dating. They're just, they're playing a game here where they're not revealing that they're dating. But it took a while for them to pick it up on it. And, you know, and sometimes I would say to guys that were like blushing, wanting to talk to her, talking about her, and it's like blushing, like, I want to talk to her. It's like, hey, you should. And we're like, yeah, she's nice. And I'm saying that. I'm actually saying this, yeah. Because she is nice. And it was just like, and he's like, and he's just watching her face get all blush. You know, and guys are allowed to ask her out. Guys are allowed to be her friends, but she doesn't want to hang out with guys. You know, she's allowed to hang out with guys, but she doesn't want to. I would hang out with girls, but I just don't have time to. But anyways, let's just go. But that's the weird couple thing is we never reveal that we're actually together. You know, for a long time. But let's go.
Growing up, I never understood the hype or obsession over celebrity couples, like a power couple where fan
Okay, one thing I do want to say is just, I've seen this before, and I want to use examples where people says I've never been, a fan of this and this, but I became a fan when it came to this topic, especially people of color. But it's just like, but it's just kind of like you're doing your whole thing, man. You have been, dude, because you don't. It's kind of like when people say, only example I can kind of think of where I said a common thing that racists do. They'll say, I'm not racist. I just don't like gays. No, people. If you hate someone without it has nothing to when they have nothing to do with you, then you hate other things. If you discriminate against one thing, trust me, there's no way in hell you're like, oh, I'm cool with everything else. No, you're gonna be a racist towards other things. I've seen that so many times. Like, I just have a problem with gays. Like, no, you have a problem with other things too. That you feel is different than you. So the thing is, I call that bullshit. That's straight bullshit. Like, it just imagine you having a conversation with somebody, say, growing up, man, I never got into this, but this whole thing about Will Smith, man, I'm always like, no, you've been into that kind of stuff. I get how you're trying to start. I was like, well, I don't get into it, but I feel like this needs to be talked about. Like, get the fuck out of here. I don't do, gossip videos, but this one, man, I feel like needs to be talked about that you do gossip videos. Just shut the F up. Let's go.
Fans just celebrate that they're in love or whatever, and they're fainting anytime they see a picture of them holding hands. Just like a growth spurt, I just never got it. Why would you care so much about two strangers' relationship? I always wrote it off.
I kind of want to do this and imagine him right next to me like I did in that one video, since that video's gone, where I could just be like, let you understand, like, where I'm stuck in a room with him, and I remember that video where he kept saying self-aware, and I said that's a YouTube thing. I said I've only heard people use self-aware as an excuse for a dumb movie, only on YouTube. It's a one race group thing. They use self-aware to praise a movie or to say it's like the 90s. It sucks. Okay, no excuse. Like the 90s, self-aware. I forgot what the other thing was. There's three things. No, just it sucks. Okay. So when you hear those words from people on YouTube, it means dodge that movie.
It's just being part of this super fan culture that I just didn't understand. I know in the modern day, it's very rare for people to just casually enjoy something. If you like something, you have to fucking love it. You have to live, breathe, and sleep.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
We've seen it a lot over the years.
If you like something, you have to effing love it.
K-pop fans will obsess and go wild over even the smallest things, like if their favorite singer posts a picture of them eating a hot dog online. They'll cross-reference that photo with all known databases, go to a cutting-edge laboratory using the latest forensics analysis tools in order to figure out where the photo was taken, where the hot dog was purchased, so they can go there in the real world and try and fish through the trash can looking for the wrapper that they threw away so they can frame it on their wall.
I don't remember this part at all. I'm just like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude?
That I've never really understood. Until now. As a 29-year-old man, I've had my eureka, come to Jesus moment.
It's kind of like, the hate channels be like, man, I've never got into these Disney, I don't feel like getting how they try to attack, like, the mermaid. I'm not going to use it. I'm just keep going.
I get it, because I have become very invested and fascinated with a celebrity relationship.
Oh, well, let me show you something. So I meant to say this about how I want to say about the guy who's gone full stupid, how a normal person can put together from the start that this conversation is bullshit. Will Smith, Dwayne Johnson, they keep their life very private. If you know anything about their life, their marriage, it's because they came out and said it. So what I'm saying is, so I was trying to use that example as, so if someone wanted to write a book about my relationship or me, the book will be 20, or actually probably about only 10% right. Everything else will be bullshit. It's not possible for someone to write a book about someone that they don't really know. And the only way that it can be close right of someone writing a book about someone, if that person is sucking you off almost every day, as in they're very close to you in that kind of manner, as they're letting you up inside them. And they will still probably only be 80% right. Because a lot of times I've been with my girl for so many years, but well, what I know about her, sometimes I got to be able to know what's on her mind. Sometimes she's like days off or something. And actually, so what are you thinking about? And she'll say, well, I'm thinking about farting in your mouth, because she doesn't open her mind, open something or what I'm trying to explain, and tell me these things. what she's thinking about. So it's not possible to know what goes on a person's head and blah, blah, blah. And like I said, I never get into those kind of things and act like I know so much about someone. Like I have got video responses from Trader Trash people that live with their parents talk about killing themselves. They have done videos about me talking for over 3 hours. And I said, people, when I talk about Jeremy, some people had gave me a comment says, but I barely talk about him. Because people, for me to talk about Jeremy more than 3 minutes means I'm talking out of my ass. But people, when they gave me a video response, they kept talking specifically like they know so much about me in their parents' house while they're thinking about killing themselves and talking about how no one wants to be around them. And they'll say things about, yeah, I treat my girl wrong. You know, I can, like they say they can hear it on the audio of just not being a bad parent, and they're in their parents' house saying that. It's like, why don't this guy, man, go watch his kids instead of do these YouTube videos and stuff? And they're saying that in their parents' house. Talking about how no one wants to be around them. Talking about killing themselves. So what I'm saying is it's not possible, people. For me to talk about Jeremy for more than 3 minutes, I will be talking out of my ass. All right, I can only talk about him as in I know what group he is. He's in a one race group, same as this guy. But he's more of a trashier one race group.
Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith. It's this never-ending disaster, this tragic play.
So this never-ending disaster. I'm a huge Will Smith fan, and I have no clue what the F he's talking about. It's like that Joe Rogan says, man, this Biden, man, I mean, he's up to so much corruption, man. He's constantly lying, so much corruption, and then they don't even, he doesn't say what that is. And you know he's going to say something like, oh, his son. It's normal people don't care about Joe Biden's son. We know he's an F up. That doesn't, no, it's just stop, dude. So disaster. I'm a huge Will Smith fan. Will Smith was my favorite actor for a very long time. People, I saw him to be my challenge to Will Smith. What disaster? Well, let's find out what disaster he's talking about.
Keeps getting new acts added to it that I could have never predicted. It all started last year with the infamous slap where Will Smith slapped the devil out of Chris Rock. Getting new acts added to it that I could have never predicted. It all started.
I'm sorry, hold on.
Eureka, come to Jesus moment. I get it because I have become very invested and fascinated with a celebrity relationship, Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith. It's this never-ending disaster, this tragic play that keeps getting new acts added to it that I could have never predicted.
So until the Will Smith slap, his life has been pretty much private. Most people don't really know about about the cheating thing, but that's really about it. You only know things unless they talk about it, and they barely do. Oh, yeah, I forgot to say the other thing trashy people get obsessed with, where they got crazy because Will Smith's daughter took a picture and right behind her was a guy with a shirt off, and they thought that was something really special. And I hope he doesn't mention that, because that would mean he's a racist trash that like they said, they try to find anything where it's just literally pointless. Same way they attack movies of being biased. They'll be like saying dumb shit that's like, that makes no sense why you dislike this movie. You're just coming shit out your ass. But let's just go. But I was wondering because I thought he was saying that he became so fascinated when it came to the Will Smith slap thing. I was like, but I don't think that's what he said.
It all started last year with the infamous slap where Will Smith slapped the devil out of Chris Rock on stage after Chris Rock made a joke about his wife.
Slap the shit, not the devil.
And that signature anime finishing move with the slap actually pumped the brakes on his entire career. There were a lot of...
Now, pump the brakes on his entire career. Will Smith's career was already dying like Johnny Depp. You know, all the actors' careers are already dying. Will Smith, he was doing the Denzel thing where Denzel's career he keeps making the Equalizer, 3. It's just, I haven't seen it yet. It looks whatever. So it's just. So was it dying? I don't know. I heard they pushed back. Bad Boys, but now they're making it. Is it dying? I don't know. It's I didn't like Bad Boys 3. But that doesn't mean it was his fault. But so Yeah, it's just like people. It's Will Smith. You know, he was going good all the way into Suicide Squad, and he mentioned he's been obsessed for so many years. He's allowed to fall. It's going to happen. The thing is, I told people, I felt like the ending when I enjoyed the movie I Am Legend. I said, you know, when an actor plays a role where he's just in the whole movie, he's using all his acting skills. Where if he plays in the other movies, you're going to keep seeing the same guy. Kind of like when you see Johnny Depp's movie, he's playing Jack Sparrow in several different movies, and he's just his career is dead. What's his name? Johnny Depp's career didn't end because of Amber Heard. Johnny Depp's career was over with. Yeah, so yeah, let's just go.
A lot of projects that he was involved with that dropped him, or just a lot of other projects that didn't want to touch him after this. So his whole career came to a screeching halt, all from the old five fingers to the...
I believe the ending of actor's career when Disney Marvel happened. That was the ending of excitement, thrills, and it was just movies that are having those feelings. They have been bombing in theaters, and Barbie and other dumb shit has been making billions of dollars. I don't get it. I've been going over a lot. It's just, I said in the video, after the Raid 2, all big movies that got people excited were bombing in theaters, and they were giving money to Jurassic World 2, Godzilla versus Kong, and yeah.
To the face moment. And since then, there's been more and more information that's come out about their relationship that just makes it baffling and so weird. Like, even prior to the slap, we had those uncomfortable moments where Jada invited Will Smith onto her show, where she just openly admitted to cheating on him and, like, having an entanglement with a much younger man, right to Will's face as he looks on in agony and sadness.
The thing is, like I said, it's like when people say things, those are going to. And I was going to use an example, but I don't feel like getting to that one. And the answer has already been given. I'm thinking normally. Being put on a show, you already know what's going to be said. So why would you be getting upset? You already know. You already had a discussion. He was tired. Yes, they had been broken up for years. Yes, I'm pretty sure people thought Will Smith was banging that Harley Quinn girl. I don't know if he was or not. They're probably wondering because he's like so much older. I think he is. I don't know if he is or not. But yeah, it's just people. It's just like logically same as a Snow White girl. He knew what the show was going to be about. The only trolls on YouTube tries to try to bring it up as if he's hurting inside. Because the thing is, when he's talking, it doesn't match the face expression. I mean, the picture that they're showing. That's what I'm going by. The voice. He's talking normal. He's not hurt. He's talking. That's just the way he looks. He doesn't have the makeup on like he is in all the movies. So the picture thing, that's more of the YouTube thing, yeah.
And it spawned a lot of memes where Will Smith was, done up to look like Pain from Naruto and all of that.
I don't know what that is.
It's rough.
I got some dumb ad. Hold on. Let me rewind it because I think he said it's rough. That's something stupid.
Sadness. And it spawned a lot of memes where Will Smith was, done up to look like Pain from Naruto and all of that. Because, it's rough. Like, it's really rough to just watch her giggle and laugh about cheating on Will, who seems very much still in love with her. And
That's just so dumb. It's not... People, like I said, I'm very good at reading people. And what he just said is not freaking possible to know that... he's like trying to make her... because, it's just like... I see these thumbnails where they're trying to make... Jada Pinkett seems like she's controlling Will, and so that's where he probably watches a lot. I don't click these channels, but I see these like angry, how they do these like red and white letters, and they'll put like says I'm controlling him or she's controlling me. They'll try to use anything, but yeah, and he's like very much in love with her. I thought he broke up with her. The only thing is I think about when it comes to relationship with Jada Smith is I'm not a Tupac fan. I think it's dumb that she thought Tupac was sexy. I think Tupac is stupid. But let's keep going.
They always kept up this act that, they're strong together, they're still together, this and that. And
dude, didn't you say your girl left you? And dude, are you single? They kept up an act. They are with each other. Who are you with? That is the weirdest thing is I said, single people, like I said, number one rule is never take advice from someone single about relationship. Never take advice about losing weight for someone that weighs 300 pounds. People, you gotta understand, someone like this would get knocked out by Will Smith or anyone else because it's just like he's behind a recorder. Because normal people would not want some guy looking like that and being clearly single and try to give advice about relationship. It's kind of like this one. I forgot that I never watched this show. Roseanne, I know the name. Where I remember only one clip was my favorite thing I've ever heard from the show. Where she says, "When are you gonna let me give you advice on kids?" She says, "When your water breaks." That is all I know about Roseanne, and somehow her going crazy, but probably talking about some Jews and crap. But that's and her show ended. That's all I know. But yeah, it's just people. It's just weird to have people like that try to give you advice.
And now, today, Jada has revealed that her and Will have actually been separated since 2016. She has a book coming out pretty soon, and there was a little special filmed with Jada where she states that they've actually not been together in 7 years now.
Because I said, is this true?
Right.
Was that in 2016, you and Will decided that you were going to live completely separate lives.
Yes.
It was not a divorce on paper,
Right.
but it was a divorce.
Hey, can someone let Will Smith know that? I'm pretty sure this is the first time he's hearing it.
Okay, I wasn't giving him credit because I was like, I had never heard of this video. This is my first time hearing about this. But him saying something dumb like, there's this weird thing on social media where they're trying to make it seem like Jada Pinkett is like this evil person, and they do it with females. What was they also do it with Meghan and Harry. Yes, it's the same thing. Yeah, I said they all like are even, and with Barry Larson or something or Amber Heard. Like somehow the girl is super evil to single dudes. It's always the girl that is super evil to single dudes and on social media. Yeah, so that's what I remember. I've seen this copy so many times, and yeah.
You're telling me you guys actually split up in 2016? So he just sunk his career like the Titanic over his ex-wife? But then if that's the case, why would he say, keep your wife's name out of your mouth? Right? Like, that's just not
He said, keep my wife's name out of your mouth. So they're still married, so he still calls her a wife. There's nothing wrong with him calling her wife. So if they have been separated during that time, she's still labeled as a wife. It'd be like, where is she jumping? I was like, no, I'm not your wife. No. She's still labeled as wife. But I'll be honest with you now, think about it. I did feel like, they were broken up. But I don't care that much about their life to really know. I mean, care. Not know, I mean care. But I did kind of feel that. So this is actually news for me. I never heard about this news thing. Because if it's Jada Pinkett, usually I don't listen because I want to hear about Will Smith because Will Smith is the one I liked. I don't dislike Jada Pinkett. Only thing I dislike her for is this thing about how she talked about how she loves Tupac. I was like, Will Smith is way above Tupac. But let's go.
Not adding up. I feel like she's just making this shit up. For the last year, I've paid attention to this relationship, and it feels like every opportunity she has.
So you have not paid attention to the relationship, dude. You've only gone by whatever you wait for them to say something. Unless they say something, you know nothing. You go, gossip of people on social media. That is really it. So, in a normal person, they would be like, she said we've been broken up for this many years. Okay, all right. And then that's it. There's nothing like, it's not like, there's way worse things that I have seen, as in Bill O'Reilly dragging his girl by the hair, wife down the stairs by the hair, where their own daughter doesn't want to be around him. Sorry, I kind of stuttered that, messed up a little bit. But it's just her saying that they've been broken up so many years. It's almost like, and then thinking that to make a deal about it, it's almost just like being upset about gays when it doesn't affect you. No one has been talking about the Will Smith and Jada Pinkins marriage in years. Except maybe social media, if you click these videos, which I've never clicked them, because I don't want to hear about no Meghan, Harry, whatever her name is, blah, blah.
As to hurt Will publicly, she pounces on the smile on her face. It's like...
Now he's just, like you're saying, he's just like... What was he saying? She pounces on his face, what?
I feel like she's just making this shit up. For the last year, I've paid attention to this relationship, and it feels like every opportunity she has to hurt Will publicly, she pounces on with a smile on her face.
Are you thinking that Will Smith does not know about this interview? Even if he didn't, if they're broken up, he wouldn't care.
It's like, it's diabolical. Like, she reveals some very embarrassing things about their relationship.
Okay, what is that?
Publicly. She
what is that?
Talks about how she prefers...
Does he say he has a little penis? What is that? It's kind of like that Joe Rogan. He says, "Bye, man. He's up to no good, man. He's up to something." What is that, dude? What is the embarrassment thing? Let's just hear play. Do you even say it? Yeah, I know you don't.
Will, though she doesn't use that language, it makes it very clear with some of the things she's posted that she was happier before Will. At least that's the impression myself and many others get with a lot of the things that she posts about. It's just brutal. It's like being married to your biggest Twitter hater. Like someone who's just...
Okay, great. Well, this is going nowhere. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't know that this video was going to be about some video that he most recently watched that I don't know about, that I'll probably never watch or care.
Like Will at all. She is...
But the thing is, all the thing he's saying is like he's putting all kinds of words in their mouth. It's just, this is going nowhere, people. It's just like, he'll hear one thing and then, I did bring up earlier in the video. They'll say something and then someone else will see it to be something totally different. I forgot. I was saying it earlier in this video and it'll mix it to something else. I forgot what it was, but like I said, like you say one thing and they'll hear something totally freaking different and it'll just keep going on. It's like, yeah, and she shits in his mouth. And she like doesn't even wipe his ass after she shits in his mouth. I'm sorry, that doesn't make any sense. Well, I can't do that because I'm not that freaking dumb to waste my time like that. Like, I don't practice doing that. And then the tone he has, like, it's just like it smells like. People, like I said, this matches every trashy white person I've ever seen that became obsessed with me. And they're in their parents' house, they're single, their life isn't together, they're beneath me. And they're like, they find enjoyment trying to find something negative, and they want to believe it's worse than what it really is. That's really what it is. He really wants to believe, like, she could say, one time he, dropped a soap near me, and he'll go on all day, says, I gotta practice, I don't know, I don't talk that, try to make it something bigger than what it is. Because he really wants it to be something bigger, but it's just, they've been broken up. I'm not crying over it, I'm not angry about it, I'm not laughing about it. I don't care. Once I won that beat his relationship when they said they've been broken up for years, I wasn't really thinking about her cheating on him. I was like, they've been broken up for years. I win. Anyways, I gotta go. My girl's text me says I'm waiting. Well,
in the bus over him any chance she gets. This is...
I'm sorry, I gotta keep going.
and ruin his career over this if he didn't think you guys were still married.
That's like, people. I'm trying to think of the logic of saying he's this is going to ruin his career. His career is over with. I love Will Smith, but there's a time I loved Johnny Depp, not as in love them, makes you sure, but I just really liked their show, whatever. But love was a totally wrong word. But he got me saying that crap, love crap. If you like something, you gotta love it or something dumb. But no, the career was over with. It's like Johnny Depp, they're all over with. Tom Cruise, I'm sorry, it's over for you, dog. I'm sorry, I know you got that $1 billion doing that dumb jet movie, but I'm sorry, Tom Cruise, your time's up now. The actors that are left are people who can only survive off of CGI. Turn off your brain. That's what's getting the money. Real acting, real thrills dead. I'm being serious.
That wouldn't make sense.
Between the two of us, how to be in partnership, right?
One more thing. I gotta go, people. But one thing is remind me of, that girl's video's gone. That girl's video's gone. But this girl did this video about the kidnapping of this kid who had a disability, and they were putting Black Lives Matter on there. And then she kept saying Black Lives Matter this. And I said, people, personally, are the people who kidnapped the kid, are they saying Black Lives Matter? Or where's this Black Lives Matter? I'm trying to explain the logic of stupidity of saying things that aren't there and wanting it to be something more than what it is. But I'm trying to hear Jay, because I'd rather hear her. Because what he says, I remember, she was about the Black Lives Matter. She was saying things that weren't there. It turns out Black Lives Matter was never mentioned. It was just that their people, hate groups, were trying to relate to Black Lives Matter because they were black. Black Lives Matter was never mentioned in the whole kidnapping of that kid with a disability. But I want to hear her
Ruin his career
because they don't match. Oh, what was that other one? I seen another hate channel doing that too before. Oh, what's his name? Angry Joe. It was a guy, I don't know, he does hate channels, but I did a video reaction to it. And he was actually he was reading this letter about Angry Joe, about this girl wrote, and he kept putting words in her mouth. It's something about hating females. The girl's evil, the guy's smart, and it's another single dude on YouTube.
Didn't think you guys were still married. That wouldn't make sense.
I'm trying to turn him down to hear her.
Like, what was the reason?
I think just not being ready yet. Still trying to figure out between the two of us how to be in partnership, right? And in regards to how do we present that to people, And we hadn't figured that out.
It's not quantum science we're talking about here. You just say that you're not together anymore. You would have saved both yourself and Will so much shame.
I guess he's ignoring that they have kids, staying together for the kids. That's a normal, logical answer. Like that one, I've been thought of, but I didn't think of bringing it up because I just figure that is a logical answer. That's duh. So that I thought way before. When I first showed that video. Yeah, staying together for the kids. I actually thought that before this video. I thought, that I had a feeling like, what they are broke up, or they're just staying together for the kids. Fine. A lot of people do that. Long as it's not something like someone's being punched in the face and any violence, it's good. I don't care. It's just, I don't care, people. It's just, oh my gosh. Oh, okay. This is going too long.
During the entire entanglement scandal, if you had just said married and
I don't hear. I'm sorry. I can't hear anymore. I'm sorry. But the thing is, right when I pause, he's doing this. He's just. It's not. They're broken up, and now she's. I will probably watch the video, but I don't care. Anyways, I gotta go. I really gotta go. Because I got to get to my girlfriend, which he gets to his lotion when he's done with his video. I got to get to my girl. All right, peace. I got to go.